Caitlin Clark impact clear as she tops LeBron James and Stephen Curry in one metric. Despite coming off an injury-riddled campaign, Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA remains clear as day. Last season, Clark was limited to just 13 games while battling soft tissue injuries to her groin and quad, as well as a bone bruise in her left ankle that she sustained during a workout in August. Though the Indiana Fever phenom wasn't able to regularly showcase her skills on the court, Sue Bird commended her for the way in which she handled the adversity behind the scenes. Clark's prolonged absence hardly impacted her global popularity, as the 23-year-old's trading card remained one of the most highly sought after in the hobby. According to Professional Sports Authenticator, PSA, Clark was the most collected active player not just in the WNBA, but also the NBA. Over 136,700 of her cards were graded, during which the company assesses the card's condition and gives a rating before it's authenticated and encased. For context, the number of Clark cards graded was more than LeBron James, 59,000, Stephen Curry, 33,000, and Anthony Edwards, 30,000 combined per USA Today. The star guard still trailed NBA legend Michael Jordan, who ranked as the top basketball player this year with 206,000 of his cards graded, while Victor Wembanyama came in third with 110,200 cards graded. PSA President Ryan Hogue described Clark's rise in popularity amongst the collecting community as a cultural phenomenon, adding collectors can't get enough of Caitlin Clark. Clark's cards have generated record-breaking demand since entering the collectibles market 2.5 years ago. She's risen to the number 1 most collected active basketball player, up from number 6 in the top 10 in 2024. This kind of momentum in the hobby is only seen from the most elite athletes. Clark will hope to give fans a strong return on their card investments when she returns to action next season. The Iowa product looked like she hadn't missed a beat while competing in a 5-on-5 scrimmage alongside 17 of the brightest American women's basketball stars during Team USA training camp earlier this month. I feel like when I touched the basketball to start warming up before practice even started. That's when I felt pretty comfortable, Clark explained. I've worked so hard. I haven't taken a break since the beginning of the WNBA season, just with all of my rehab and getting back to where I want to be and getting even better. That's been my focus, and this has been my next thing that I've been working towards since our season ended. Just really thankful for the training staff, player development, and everybody that has been there with me, she continued. They haven't taken a break either. They invest a lot of time and they want me to be successful. For myself, it's not proving it yourself again, but it's just that feeling. It just made me smile quite a bit. I could feel myself out there just continuing to get my lungs back, but I felt like I was moving really well, so that was pretty satisfying. Nike's LeBron 23 stocking stuffer releases December 26th. Nike Basketball has officially unveiled their full Christmas collection for 2025 this week, including a festive and colorful edition of the LeBron 23, releasing one day after Christmas. Nike's latest signature model for LeBron James, the 23, is out in force this season. The swoosh is using this historic model to tell the story of James' legendary career, taking inspiration from important moments in his 23-year NBA career for each unique colorway of the silhouette. The model debuted this fall with the Uncharted style, which celebrated the 40K point milestone, and have gone on to releases like the Miami Twice for the Heat's back-to-back ships, and the grand opening paying homage to the very first LeBron signature shoe. Each year, the latest LeBron model gets a special Christmas-themed release, and Nike Basketball is releasing their holiday season collection on the 26th this time around. The LeBron 23 dons a stocking stuffer colorway for this drop, giving the LJ Crown logo a fun spin by splitting it in half, so that each side looks like a full stocking. The color scheme for this one is pretty wild too, mixing a bright crimson shade for the upper with a dusty amethyst blue tone for the molded lower half of the shoe. Purple tongues with gold branding add a bit of a regal touch to complete the look. Nike LeBron 23 stocking stuffer release information. The latest pair of LeBron James' 23rd signature sneaker with Nike is scheduled to release this week on December 26, 2025. The colorful stocking stuffer edition of the LeBron 23 comes in shades of crimson and amethyst and includes the full packaging treatment of past releases. Pairs will be available from both Nike and select retailers for $210. Nike LeBron 23 stocking stuffer. Color: bright crimson/dusty amethyst barely volt multicolor. Style code: IH 1513-600. Release date, December 26, 2025 SNKRS. Price, $210. Check out the official images below, and stay tuned to Just Fresh Kicks on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for more of the latest sneaker news, release dates, and restock alerts. LeBron James says he'd rather be at home with family than play on Christmas. LeBron James is gearing up for what will be his record-setting 20th NBA Christmas Day game later this week, and the King is opening up on always having to work on the holiday, saying he'd much rather be on the couch with his fam. James made the comments following the Lakers' loss to the Clippers over the weekend when he was asked why Christmas basketball matters to him. "It's the game that I love," James said. "It's a game I watched when I was a kid on Christmas Day, watching a lot of the greatest play the game on Christmas. It's always been an honor to play it." But the 40-year-old was honest with reporters. While he knows the impact of playing in these games, he wishes he could also soak in the special day like the rest of the world gets to enjoy it. "I would like to be home on the couch with my family all throughout the day. But our number is called, so we have to go out and perform, and I look forward to it." Whether this is a sign that retirement, which James has said is coming sooner rather than later, is growing closer, is unclear. However, as long as he's in the league and a member of the Lakers, the NBA will keep calling his name for its slate of games. Until then, the Lakers will look to get James his 12th win on Christmas Day when they take on Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. NBA Christmas Day schedule: when and where to watch all 5 games. The festive season brings with it one of the NBA's most anticipated annual traditions: the Christmas Day Showcase Games. For Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the plan is simple yet exhilarating: presence in the morning, followed by a high-stakes game in the afternoon. To him, this perfectly encapsulates an exceptional Christmas. The reigning NBA champions, who reportedly felt overlooked by last year's Christmas schedule, are now firmly on the league's premier slate. They are set to face the San Antonio Spurs as part of the annual 5-game holiday extravaganza. The full schedule, all times Eastern, begins at noon with Cleveland at New York, followed by the Spurs at the Thunder at 2. Green background 30 p.m., Dallas at Golden State at 5 p.m., Houston at the Los Angeles Lakers at 8 p.m., and Minnesota at Denver at 10. Green background 30 p.m. Williams expressed his excitement, stating, "As a basketball player, I feel like you grow up. Actually, if you're a sports fan, you grow up watching sports on Christmas. To be able to be a part of it is really cool. What time do we play? 1. Green background 30. Central. Yeah, we're like the cool game. Like 1. Green background 30. Presents have already been opened, and everybody's kind of watching the games. I'm really looking forward to that." For most of the Thunder squad, this will mark a Christmas Day debut. Only Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso have previously scored in a holiday fixture. In contrast, San Antonio's Victor Wembanyama will be making his second Christmas appearance following an impressive 42-point, 18-rebound performance against New York last year. Thunder coach Mark Daigneault acknowledged the occasion. "It's a big day for the NBA, and the guys are excited to play on that slate of games. It's one of 82 at the end of the day, but it is an elevated circumstance because of the attention on the game and the noise around it. Those are good experiences for any team, and certainly for us." The Thunder boast an NBA best 26-4 record this season, though notably they are 0-2 against the Spurs, who defeated them 130-110 recently and ousted them in the NBA Cup semifinals earlier this month. Wembanyama anticipates a fierce rematch, remarking that the Thunder are going to be locked in like more than any time before, probably. Meanwhile, LeBron James, a figure synonymous with the league's biggest stages, is poised for his 20th Christmas Day game with the Lakers if he plays. This remarkable feat surpasses the total Christmas appearances of 17 current NBA franchises. Despite the honor, James admitted, "I'd much rather be at home with my family. But it's the game I love. It's a game I watched when I was a kid on Christmas Day, watching a lot of the greatest play the game on Christmas. It's always been an honor to play it. I'm going to be completely honest, I would like to be home on the couch with my family all throughout the day, but our number is called, so we have to go out and perform." James's extensive Christmas Day career means the record books will require further updates. He already holds the all-time Christmas records for games played: points 507, wins 11, field goals 180, and is tied with James Harden for three-pointers made 31. He is also close to breaking records for assists, second with 137, 8 behind Oscar Robertson, steals, second with 28, 2 behind Russell Westbrook, and free throws made, second with 116, 9 behind Robertson. In rebounds, James ranks 6th with 143, trailing Dolph Chase, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, Wes Unseld and Bill Russell. Beyond James, other sharpshooters could climb the three-point leaderboard. Dallas' Klay Thompson enters the day third with 27 Christmas three-pointers, just ahead of Golden State's Stephen Curry and Houston's Kevin Durant. While some teams are perennial fixtures, others continue their long wait for a Christmas Day slot. Sacramento hasn't played since 2003, Indiana since 2004. A nod they might have received this year had Tyrese Halliburton not been injured in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and Detroit since 2005. To put this in perspective, Seattle, which hasn't had a team for nearly 2 decades, last played on Christmas in 2007, more recently than the Kings, Pacers, and Pistons. Orlando's last appearance was in 2011, and Chicago's in 2016. Conversely, Boston's 9-year streak of Christmas appearances concludes this year. At the other end of the spectrum, the Lakers are celebrating their 27th consecutive Christmas Day game, while Golden State marks its 13th consecutive season. Stephen Curry, whose Warriors recently secured their second straight win to reach 15-15, remarked, "Just excited for another big game on Christmas Day. The vibes are good right now." This year also sees the Christmas debut of Dallas Cooper Flagg, who turned 19 this week. Should he play, Flagg would become the 4th youngest player to appear in a Christmas game, following Kobe Bryant, Bill Willoughby, and James, who were all 18 during their first holiday contests. Kevin Durant's holiday journey is particularly notable. He is set to play on Christmas for a 5th different team and a 6th different jersey. Having previously played for Seattle, Oklahoma City, Golden State, and Brooklyn, he now adds the Rockets, his team since this past summer, to the list. Only Shaquille O'Neal, Orlando, Lakers, Miami, Phoenix, Cleveland, Boston, has played for more teams on Christmas, with Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony also having played for 5 franchises. A striking feature of this year's schedule is the Western Conference's dominance, with 8 of the 10 participating teams hailing from the West. This marks the highest representation from one conference on Christmas since 1978, when 8 of the then 11 Eastern Conference teams were selected. The last time the East had more teams playing on Christmas than the West was in 2004. Since then, including this year, the holiday schedule has seen an even East-West split 10 times, with the West having more teams selected on 11 occasions.